This was supposed to be a routine training flight. Just after takeoff, 50 feet off the ground, the engine sputters. I'm nose high, a student pilot beside me, and only 2,000 feet of concrete ahead. Maybe enough to land, maybe not. I've got mere seconds to react. What I did next probably saved our lives, but many pilots fail this exact scenario. There's one thing that separates survivors from statistics. In cases like this, there isn't time to pull out a checklist. You have to be ready to execute, and it needs to be automatic. Here's the 6-step chair flying technique that saved my life. It takes just 5 minutes to learn and can be done anywhere. This isn't theory. This is survival training. First, write down the specific scenarios. The complete list will depend on the airplane you fly. These might be called out as memory items, but whether they're called out or not, these would be emergencies where reaction time is of the essence. There may be more for your aircraft, but some examples would likely include power loss during takeoff, cockpit fire in flight, engine fire in flight, or engine fire on startup. Second, grab your POH and checklists. Write down the steps you would normally be taking prior to the emergency happening, and then the steps your checklist and POH say should be done in response to the emergency. The tasks prior to the emergency are to set the stage for your response, as well as to help integrate your emergency preparation into your normal flow. The steps for responding to the emergency should be detailed. For example, rather than saying reduce pitch to maintain best glide, use the exact value. For example, in our Piper Archers, we'd say reduce pitch to maintain 76 knots. Also, don't forget to put in a reminder to use the checklist when or if you have time. Sometimes you will have time to refer to a checklist once the first few critical tasks have been completed. The results should look something like this. Next, find a quiet, comfortable place to practice where you won't be disturbed. This practice is often done from a chair, but it can also be done lying down, standing up, or any other comfortable position. Fourth, go over your list several times to familiarize yourself with it. Then, close your eyes and imagine yourself actually doing the actions. Take the imaginary stick or yoke and move it appropriately. Say each step out loud. Move your feet on the rudder pedals. If a task requires flaps, reach to the approximate location of the control and feel yourself moving it. Same with the mixture, throttle, radios, or any other switches or controls. The more senses you use to imagine the scenario, the more effective the practice. Fifth, this step is critical. If you make a mistake or can't remember what comes next, don't skip over it. Call it out and start over. You may end up starting over a lot, and that's okay. The purpose of this exercise is to practice for perfection. Your life may depend upon it. Sixth, repeat, repeat, repeat. Chair fly each scenario over and over again until you have the steps memorized, aren't straining to remember what comes next, and any control movements or muscle memory. A note on this. Being bored with the exercise doesn't mean that you've accomplished your mission. It means you're probably getting to the point of proficiency. It will still likely take many more repetitions to have your reactions become automatic. That's it. It's cheap, it doesn't require any special equipment, and it is incredibly effective. So effective, in fact, that military and aerobatic pilots do it all the time. And here are 3 suggestions that can make this practice even better. First, if you have access to a simulator, this can increase the realism and help you increase your reaction time. Many simulators will let you set up the simulation so the emergency occurs at a random time somewhere within the limits of the scenario. Many simulators can also track, grade, and show your performance, which can help identify trouble spots and how to fix them. Second, if you don't have access to a simulator, once you're comfortable with the process, find a training partner. That partner can not only watch the steps you've written down, but can randomly call out the start of the emergency. They can identify if you missed a step and can make suggestions on improvements. Third, make it a game. Whether you're using the simulator or a friend, time how long it takes you to run through the steps after the emergency. Keep track of your timings, and next time, try to speed up the process without making any mistakes. Interested in a little competition? Share your results with a training partner and see who's the fastest. No matter the outcome, both of you will benefit. In our situation, muscle memory and quick reaction time saved us. I called for the controls, performed the steps exactly as I practiced them, and was able to settle the airplane safely back on the runway. While the student and I were shaken, there were no injuries and no damage to the aircraft. something that might not have been true if it had taken us even a few more seconds to react. Please subscribe if you want more information and scenarios that will not only help you earn your certificate, but may save your life. For more information on practicing like a professional, check out this video next. As always, thank you for watching, fly safely, and I will see you next time.